Now, I talked about these different stages in the history of television, and the commercial model of TV is dominant through all those eras and even to this day. So, one of the fundamental things that we need to just kind of quickly explore is how does that work? Like, what is used to decide how many people are watching TV, and therefore how much can you charge for advertisements on TV? And this, of course, is all about ratings. Okay. And ratings are overwhelmingly conducted by the Nielsen Company. Nielsen's been around for a very long time, and no one really loves Nielsen ratings. No one really thinks that it's perfectly accurate. Everyone just kind of agrees that you've got to have some system, and so this is what it is. And to their credit, Nielsen is continually trying to do better jobs and account for the different ways in which people watch TV. But the bottom line is if you're going to charge advertisers for ads, you got to be able to tell them how many people you think are watching your TV show. And Nielsen is the right way, still to this day, the primary way in which the industry does that. Okay, so first of all, there's a couple of different key kinds of ratings that exist. There are the national ratings, which are known as overnights. And so that means every night there's ratings that come in, and television executives pay a lot of money to get this information from Nielsen that tells them how many people are watching, what the demographics of those people are, etc. Overnights are recorded by boxes that are installed in TV sets by people who get paid by Nielsen to have them. So don't worry, this is one area of your life where you are not being monitored. It's different from going online, but national ratings are statistically created based on sampling of people around the country who have, in contract with Nielsen, signed themselves up to have their TV watching monitored automatically. Okay? So those are the national ratings. Now, advertising rates are actually set not by those, but by sweeps period ratings. So sweeps periods occur every 3 months, and during those periods, Nielsen does a lot more measuring of viewership. So in this time, what they do is they send out to a lot more people these journals and have them fill out actually what it is that they have been watching. So during sweeps periods, that's how advertising rates are set for different media markets. And there's a good chance that you, if you haven't already, you will be asked at some point in your life to be a Nielsen family, whether you're single or actually have a family. And that means you get paid a few bucks to keep track of the TV that you're watching. Okay, so the information that comes out of it, there's two primary kinds. There's the ratings, and that is the percentage of people that are watching a TV show out of all households that have TV. And then there's the share, and that is the percentage that are watching a TV show of all those people that are watching TV at a particular time. And that's what the TV networks think about relative to one another, who's watching their TV show, versus the ratings, which is overall advertisers are thinking about, well, maybe I ought to be trying to get people in different ways. All right, I want to show you, this is a picture of a recent Nielsen journal, what it looked like. And you can see you have to keep track of, in 15-minute increments, what you're watching, what channel it was on, and who was there in the room watching it. It's pretty tedious, and it really relies on you, just your own honesty and being diligent about writing things down. You also, of course, can just totally lie. You can completely make up what you watch. You can ask your friends what they want you, to write in. So it's not an accurate system by any means, but it's still used by Nielsen to measure viewership. Now, in the era that we live in, with more time shifting, that model was based, on what's on TV right now and who's watching. But nowadays, we have increasing power to watch things when we want to. Nielsen has changed the way that they report ratings. So now they report live ratings plus same day. So if you watch a TV show the day that it aired, but you wait, 30 minutes so you can fast forward through the commercials like I often do, that gets reported as live plus same day. Then there's live plus 3 day. So like it sounds, if you watch it within 3 days of when it live aired, or live plus 7 day. Advertisers want people to watch a program and see their commercials as near to when it originally was aired as they can. So that's why they have these different days that are listed like this. Now, that is how commercial TV works with ratings. But increasingly, commercial television is not the only way that networks or TV companies make money. And it's important to recognize how different the subscription model is, because it means that the content is going to be very different. So, for channels like HBO or Showtime, they don't care about ratings. They care about subscribers because they're not selling ads to advertisers. HBO ultimately doesn't care how many people watch any show. They care how many people subscribe to their service. So for them, they're trying to get a lot of different kinds of content, enough that's going to convince you to subscribe to their service. And it doesn't matter to them at all if you only watch one show, as long as you keep paying that monthly figure. Now that's the same, not just for pay cable, but also for streaming services. That's how Netflix works. That's how Disney Plus works, or HBO Max, these new streaming services. Okay? We also have hybrid models. That is, models that include both commercials and subscription. So Hulu is a good example of that, as well as NBC Universal's new subscription service, the Peacock service. Those combine commercial models with purely subscription models. And the reason why is that they have a long-standing relationship with advertisers and making television that way. Later in the very soon, actually, even this week, we're going to talk about how television stories themselves are structured around commercials. That's very important to how they're built and how they tell stories. So it makes sense that we're still going to have commercial systems working in conjunction with subscription services. Now, the last slide I'm going to show you is of an alternative method of measuring ratings. And this is a company known as Parrot, who has what they call an in-demand measurement. So if you think about where you as an advertiser are going to decide to spend your money, you want to advertise during a show that has a lot of people watching it, but ideally you want to advertise during a show that people care a lot about, that they pay close attention to, right? That they actually maybe have some kinds of feelings that they really care about this show and they're engaged with it in ways besides just watching it. So that's what this company is measuring. They're looking at what shows do people blog about, what shows do they share on social media, what do they write about, what are all these other ways that people engage with shows. And the reason is that those kinds of programs that have like high fan involvement, maybe they don't have the high numbers of people watching them, but they can be important for advertisers because those viewers are really dedicated and therefore may be more interested in your advertising or more liable to purchase your products if you advertise on those shows. So this is just one company that's seeking to compete with Nielsen. Others have come and gone over the years, but we have all these other tools to measure people's engagement than once upon a time we did when it was just about reporting what we watched.